everybody, this is Alyssa from Ink Arts and Crafts, and today we are here for what, like, as you guys well know, my favorite video to record ever. I love these. This is my month in review. Month in review. There we go. Words are hard today. But this is for the month of June, so I'm going to go over everything that I did. I'm going to start off with a couple non-diamond painting projects, and these are ones that I did at the crafters, at the Great Lakes Escape Retreat that I went to. So I made these little silicone beaded wristlets. So I did that one first, which I kind of screwed up on the knot there. And then I did this one right here second. And then this one was the third one. So you can see my knot got better as I went. So those are 3 little silicone beaded wristlets that are on like a stretchy thing. So I did those at the Great Lakes Escape Retreat for one of our projects, crafty projects. And then I also made a string art. So for the string art, as you can see, the first one that I did was the flower. Now hammering these things into this was atrociously hard to do because this particular one was not soft like that one. So it took me forever to hammer these nails in. But there is my first one, my flower. And then I decided, because I'm extra, I had to do another one. So I did the paw as my extra one. And look at how cute they are. I love how they turned out. I did super glue or hot glue these on the back because they were kind of like slipping in and out because the nails aren't super tall or anything like that. But those are the 2 off-canvas projects, the wristlets and then the string art. So now we're going to go into what I actually completed this month. So first up, we have this little one right here. This was, I can't remember what day I did it. I'd have to look up and see. But I did this. This was a freebie from the Crafters Paradise Retreat. It was in our swag bag, and I loved it. And I had to trade to get this one because I needed all the flamingos. And it's all special drills. So it's all crystals and different size crystals. And Sushi is yelling at me in case you couldn't hear the little noise right back there. She's noising. So it's all crystals, except for the white and the black in the face of my flamingo. So super adorable, super cute. This took me like hardly any time at all. I think I did it while I was watching something on a live or something to that effect. But it went really quickly. So that was the first one that I had as a mini kit finish. Next up, we are going to go over the actual canvases that I finished. So first up, I finished the Doors Paint Gem set, which I have got to tell you. So this is the doors from Paint Gem. I'm going to lay them out. So we have 1, here is 2, so 2 purple doors, 3 is a blue door, 4 is a red door, 5, we have a pink door, 6 is one of my favorites. This one is a green door. I like how that one was. 7 is another red door. 8 is a yellow door, reminds me of an hourglass. 9 is a teal door. I did like this one as well, the teal door. And then we have another yellowish brown door for 10, pink for 11, and then another blue one for 12. So this was the Paint Gem Doors set. So this particular set, as you can see, 12 canvases. They're 10 by 15 partial drills, squares. It had 44 colors, no specials. I started this one on the 24th of May and finished it on the 1st of June. And I have got to tell you guys, this one was painful to do, like absolutely painful, because it was pure confetti. And you guys know my thoughts on confetti. So my thoughts, it was like the typical trash that you get with a paint gem, especially the 310. But I have in massive capital letters on my notebook, hell. It was confetti hell, and I did not enjoy doing these. I slogged through. I mean, look at the, over here on our floral aspect, look at how confetti ridden that is. Ugh. Anyways, I did not enjoy these. If you like confetti, these are perfect for you. If you do not like confetti, I do not recommend doing this because that was not a pleasant experience. So that was the first one. Next up, we have geometric set, and this is also a Paint Gem set. And these are 10 by 15s. These ones are full drill canvases. They use square drills, 24 colors. I started these ones on the 2nd of June and finished them on the 7th of June. Oh yeah, the doors took me, this puts it in perspective, the doors took me 8 hours and 14 minutes to complete, and these ones took me 6 hours and 31 minutes to complete. So we have the first one, so there's 1. I love the green and purple of that one too. 3, 4, We have 5, 6, those are cool blues. 7 was this one was tedious. 8, we have 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I loved this set. I absolutely positively loved doing this set. It was super fun to do. I loved like all of the color blocking in them. I enjoyed this set immensely. In my thoughts, the 310 was typically trashy, but otherwise it was super fun to do, and I had an absolute blast doing this set here. So that was something that I enjoyed, unlike, you know, the previous doors. So that kind of redeemed itself. So I've also been doing good. I have not purchased any new Miniazzles or paint gems in like the past few weeks. I specifically did not get, I really wanted the National Parks paint gem or Miniazzle set, but I forced myself to not purchase it. So next up of the minis, we have the Wonders of Nature Miniazzle set. So these are from Diamond Art Club. There are 6 canvases. They're still the 10 by 15, and these ones are also that full drill. They have 23 colors, which includes 2 ABs and 21 fairy dust. So I started these on the 12th of June, finished them on the 25th of June, and they took me 4 hours and 16 minutes to do. I absolutely loved them, and I definitely, like I said, I definitely prefer the full drill canvases. So this one is Cherry Blossom Trail, super cute. And then we have our Blooming Meadows, which has some ABs in the sky. And then we have our Desert Oasis. Look at that. And from the Desert Oasis, we have our Tropical Paradise, which is probably one of my favorite ones because that's totally a little ridge with Chinaman's hat right there. So this is Ko'oli'i. And right there is, well, Mokoli'i, that's what I was trying to say. So Chinaman's hat is Mokoli'i, and then this is part of the range of the Ko'olaus. And this is the Kualoa Regional Park right there. But this is a spot that I would regularly take like photos from when I lived in Hawaii. And then we have Rainforest Canopy. So I love that one. And then the last one, it was super fun, Ocean Waves at Sunset. I love the colors in this one. I think they did a great job capturing it. So super fun, really enjoyed this set. And it was an absolute blast doing this set right here, the Miniazzles. I really enjoyed them. The drills were much better quality than doing the paint gems. And of course, they're all specials, which I enjoy doing. So now we're going to set these things off to the side. And we are going to pull out the actual canvases now, you guys. So first up, my first finish of the month. This one was actually a finish from the Crafter's Paradise retreat. I finished it at the retreat, but the retreat ended, I finished it on the 1st of June, so it counted as, that's why you're only seeing it now, but this is one of the finishes I did at the Crafter's Paradise retreat. So this is Tiny Draco. He's a 32.8 by 32.8 from Diamond Art Club, WB, so no true like artist listed. This is a round roll canvas. It came with 14 colors, which included 2 fairy dust. And the dust drills were right here, in that light color of his scarf, and then right here in the wand. And this was the last of my Harry Potter series. So now I have completed all of the Tiny Potters. I started this one the 31st of May and finished it on the 1st of June, and it took me 3 hours and 14 minutes to complete this set. So not very long. My thoughts, the glue was definitely slippery on this, but I did enjoy having this checked pattern for the background. I thought it was nice. It kind of broke it up a little bit. But that was my first finish for the month of June, my 24th finish for the year, and my 129th finish of all time. And that is Tiny Draco. Next up, after the retreat, I came back home to work on this whip. So this is one that was a whip during that whole time frame. And this is Bahama Mama. It is by the artist Corey Smith, and it comes to us from Distracted by Diamonds. So this was my second time doing a Distracted by Diamonds kit. It is a 52 by 66 round drill canvas, and it had 48 colors and no special drills. So I'm going to give you a couple caveats on this in a minute. So I am going to do a very in-depth video on this one. I started on the 17th of May, finished it on the 9th of June, and it took me 18 hours and 7 minutes. My thoughts on this one: confetti hell, checkerboarding nightmare, and I basically redid the charting for the entire thing. So basically, I'll give you a quick overview. When you look at it, you'll notice how this section right here in the background looks totally different. And that's because I did this section of the background as charted, which was pure checkerboarding of 2 colors, and I hated it with a passion. And I didn't really like the look. It looked too like precise. So then I mixed drills together and did the rest of this half with the drills, the 2 colors of drill just mixed together. And I like the look that this gave right through here. And then as I was continuing on, this is one of those kits that's pure computer charting. There was no hand rendering. So all of the transitions, all of the color transitions were very, very much like the confetti transitions. Like even if we look at these flowers, you'll notice there are a ton of different colors of drill interspersed within, I'll turn this light back on. There's a ton of colors of drill interspersed in confetti around the flowers, and they just look very ugh. So I recharted all of it and basically ignored the charting that was there for this right half right here. So you can see how much crisper the flowers look because now they don't have all of these random shades. Same thing, like the edges of everything will look a little bit crisper and cleaner on this side because I didn't do the confetti that the other side had. I also did like recharted and basically redid how these guys were so they didn't have the confetti borders like we had over there. And then these, the palm trees on the islands, I did the same thing with, and you can see how much more it stands out versus over here where we have like 5 or 6 different shades, at least, more than that over there. So I redid all of that charting, and that's what gave us what we're seeing here. So that is Bahama Mama by the artist Corey Smith. This was my 2nd finish for the month of June, my 25th finish for the year, and my 130th finish of all time. And like I said, I'm going to give you guys a full like video just on the changes that I did on this, so because it's a great like learning experience and to see what you can do, because you can see I also did like here and changed it to over there, so there's a lot that I did, and I'll go over all of that in the video that I plan on doing for you guys. Next up, probably one of my absolute all-time favorite canvases I've done. This right here is Pride by JoJo's Art. This is my Pride canvas for June. This is from Diamond Art Club. It is a 112 by 56 centimeter canvas. Round drills. It included 49 colors and only 2 ABs. I'm not going to go in depth onto the changes I made. I do have a post review on this one, which goes over all of the specials and the changes that I did, because I did so much blinging on it. I think I added something like 22 special drills. I started this one on the 11th of June, finished it on the 22nd of June, but I was out of town for like 4 days of that, so I didn't touch it at all in like a 4 or 5 day period. And it took me 28 hours and 39 minutes to do, which is really not any time at all for a canvas this big. My thoughts, OMG, amazing. And I added all the bling to this one here. Like, and when I say added all the bling, I legit added all the bling. So our dragon is basically metallics for this top half. You can see there's metallics and some sparklers. Look at that like reflection. All of this silvery gray you see are also metallics. All of these scales are metallics. And then I added specials into these fish. I added AB and a couple fairy dust into the back of my tiger. And then over here on this side is where I did like all of the changes. So the paint is almost pure special drill all the way through, and I love how the bubbles give it this look, and the same thing with these crystal confetti. The parrot has a ton of specials in him as well, and her hair has buku loads of specials in her hair, including blue, like cobalt blue sparklers. Like love, love, love how this turned out. This was phenomenal. It was an absolute blast to work on. And it took me, like I said, it took me only 28 hours and 39 minutes to do, which is not bad for a kit this massive. It was my 3rd finish for the month of June, my 26th finish for the year, and my 131st finish of all time. So now we're going to get into the kits that I did at the retreat. So I finished this just before the retreat, and then I did the little flamingo summer one after the retreat, or no, after I did this one, because I didn't want to try to like start something before I left and went to the retreat. So next up we have my little finishes, and we can bring it down a little bit for this, so because these are all going to be much smaller. So first up, this is a 3-pack. This is called Bookmark Trio, and it's by the artist Built Pixels, and this comes to us from Jaded Gem Shop. They are 8 by 25.5 centimeter canvases, so each canvas is 8 centimeters wide and 25 centimeters tall. And they're square drills, obviously, as you can tell, and they had 33 colors, which included 0 ABs but 3 fairy dust. I started these on the 26th of June, finished them on the 26th of June, and it took me 4 hours and 22 minutes to do all 3 of them. My thoughts, aw, so cute and so fun. I will gladly do more of this size. So this is our first one, which is an absolute blast. I need to go through and roll these. I didn't bring my brayer with me, so I need to go through and roll them. You can see where I kind of did a weird placement right there. But other than that, like the drill field on this, I find completely perfect. The second one is got the little mushroom, the cauldron, and the potion bottle. And like, look how beautiful that is. Like, this is all fairy dust, or well, glimmer dust, or whatever you want to call it, all around there. And then our purple, look at those drills. Look at that purple there. Oh, these are beautiful. So beautiful. And then the white is also the dust. And then the third and final one has this little spider up at the top. He's cute. And then we have a tombstone, and then we have a little skull. But I thought these were absolutely precious, and I loved doing them. So that was my 4th finish for the month of June, 27th finish for the year, and my 132nd finish of all time. So then from there, I went to a round, and I knocked out Unicorn, and this is from Oraloa. And in the artist that they have listed is just Oraloa Studios. So this is a 30 by 30 round drill canvas, and it came with 11 colors, which included 4 ABs. So I started on the 26th of June, finished on the 27th of June, and it took me 3 hours and 30 minutes. My thoughts, to the guide circles. So this is one of those Oraloa kits that has these massive guide circles, and you can see where I didn't place perfectly, how you have this like white rim all the way around. I can look at it and be like, ooh, look at that placement. It's atrocious. So you can see all of those white circles through there, but I did really love their special drill placement on this. And I love how sparkly the Oraloa kit is. Like, look at how much sparkle we're getting off of this. So we had 4 ABs, like I said. So we had this pink AB right here. We had this white AB right here. Then we also had this purple AB right there, and then this yellow AB. And I thought it turned out fantastic. It was super cute. I loved it. It was a nice quick finish, and it had just enough color to be interesting. So that one was my 5th finish for the month, my 28th finish of the year, and my 133rd finish of all time. So next up, we have another Oraloa. That was just how they ended up falling. This is Just a Smile, also from Oraloa Studios. This little cutie is a 21 by 31 round drill canvas, had 10 colors, which included 1 AB. So I started this one on the 27th, finished it on the 27th, and it took me 2 hours and 38 minutes. So my thoughts on this one, it needed more bling. The bling placement that they had was perfect. Kind of gives it just a nice little accent. So you can see the white here, white there, the white on this flower, and then white kind of accenting all over, including the rim of our sunflower had some white. So that was the 5200 AB, which I thought was a nice effect, but I felt like this needed more specials. Of course, I thought it needed more specials. That's what I do, is specials. But the 5200 AB was placed very well. So this little cutie, it was a nice, small, adorable finish. This one did not have those annoying guide circles, so it was much better to do with my like not perfect placement, because I don't have those guide circles that were tedious to work with. This was the 6th finish of June, my 29th finish of the year, and my 134th finish of all time. Now, next up is this little one. So this is, you can see these are all snackies. Usually when I do a retreat, I bring small kits with me to the retreat. So next up I had Tiki Bar, and this is from Jadykins, or Jade, over at Jaded Gem Shop. So this is a Jaded Gem Shop canvas. This was one of the things that was in my swag bag from the Crafters Paradise retreat. And this one is a 27.5 by 25 square drill canvas, 16 colors and no ABs. So there are no specials in this one, but it ended up turning out fantastic even without the specials. I was looking at it and I'm like, I would have maybe added specials here, and maybe like the accent of green on the tree would have been a special, and then the flowers. But other than that, I don't know that I really would have done much for this special wise. This one I started this one on the 27th of June, finished it on the 27th of June, and it took me 3 hours and 10 minutes. And my thoughts, turned out fantastic. I loved it. It was super pleasant to work on and adorable, as you can see. So that was my 7th finish for June, my 30th finish for the year, and my 135th finish of all time. Next up, we have another Jaded Gem Shop. So this little cutie is called Strawberry Friends. This is from Jaded Gem Shop. The artist is Cherryuki. This one is a 30 by 30 square drill canvas. Has 9 colors, no specials charted with it. I started on the 28th, finished it on the 28th, and it took me 4 hours and 1 minute to do. My thoughts on this, so cute. I loved it. It was super fun. And like you can see, this is a massive area of very pale pink for the background, and it looks fantastic. Like the only little blips that you see in the drill field are ones that I would have on any canvas that I worked on, just because I'm a crappy placer. You can see those spots where I place weird, but when we look at it from here, it looks fantastic. So this one, I did add some a 5200 AB to the socks right here, to her little wing, into her sleeve there, and then I added a Glimmer 3865 or a Fairy Dust 3865 to the mushrooms here, and the cap of the mushrooms had that white. So I did add a couple specials that were left over from the kits that I was working with, and then I made like the dots in her dress, also that dust, the glimmer right in there. So you can see there's the AB, which I thought was super cute, perfect accent. There's the AB in her socks, and then the glimmer drills right up there as a subtle accent. So that one was a blast. I loved it. She was cute. This was my 8th finish for June, my 31st finish for the year, and my 136th finish of all time. And it was the last one that I technically finished at the retreat. So when I left the retreat, this was a whip leaving the retreat. So this is Gamer Bunny from Diamond Delights. It is a 32.4 by 27.4 centimeter square drill canvas, and this is from the artist Becky Cass. There are 36 colors in here, which includes 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. I started on the 28th of June. I was traveling all day on the 29th and was too tired to work on it when I got home, so I finished it on the 30th of June. I had over half of it done at the retreat, and I just did the other half of like the small color areas on the 30th. This one, it took me 5 hours and 24 minutes, so it took me longer. It was more, I was tired, and it was getting towards the end of the retreat, and there was a lot more colors on this one than the others. My thoughts, absolutely adorable. There were a couple of colors that had some trash, but there was still so much left over, I had no issues. So this is the cuteness. I mean, look at how adorable this is. And it's like there's subtle accents, like there's subtle color changes there, which really add to the completeness of it. So there's one of the dust drills is in our little angry cloud. Our bunny is a regular drill, but we have some dust right there. We have some ABs right here. So as you can see, like I said, there's AB there, fairy dust there. Hi, Momos. And then we have in here, I'm trying to think of what maybe that was a typo. I think I wrote down the wrong thing. This had 1 AB and 1 fairy dust. I was like, why is that not mathing correctly? And that's because I had the wrong stats in my book. It was 1 AB and 1 fairy dust. That's much more accurate. I was like trying to think about it. I'm like, wait, what were all the other specials? But this was Gamer Bunny. So it did take me the longest to do, but it was the most detailed of them, and I think it turned out absolutely fantastic. I love the look of the wood grained floor right there. So cute. The details on our little bunny, and I love the fact, like, these colors are fantastic and look great for it. Yeah, so this one was a blast. Loved it. And that was my final finish for the month of June. So this was finish number 9. It was my 32nd finish for the year and my 137th finish of all time. So now we're gonna go into what my plans are moving forward. Well, actually I should go talk about my whips. I should definitely do those whips. So let me grab those and we will get started once we do this. You will not be surprised at my whips. You guys will not be surprised to see that my first whip is, guess what? Sake Dragon. And guess how much progress I got on Sake Dragon this month? 0. I did not work on this kit for a single moment in the month of June. I was planning on it. That was actually my agenda for last night, the 30th of June, because I'm filming this on the 1st. So on the 30th, my plan was, after I finished the little Becky Cass, was to work on Sake Dragon. So I could do a little bit more. Sushi's behind the canvas right there. Sorry for the jumbles. So this is what I have done on Sake Dragon so far. That section there, absolutely stunning canvas. I was planning on doing this section right here. That section there I was planning on doing last night, but I got, I finished the other one, Gamer Bunny, and I was like, I need to lay down and just kind of relax a little bit, because it was like 9 p.m. and I was going to get a little bit more work done on it, and the next thing I knew, it was like 2:30 in the morning. So I did not get any work done on Sake Dragon, and Sake Dragon is as is, but it's going to be a whip going into the month, and I do want to make progress on Sake Dragon this next month. Looking at it, the background is much better on the other half of the canvas than it was over here. This was Confetti Hell. That one, it looks better. We'll see when I actually start working on it. But that is whip number 1. And then my second whip, I also made no progress on this month. I know, slacking, but I did all the other things this month. So my second whip is my Witchy Stitcher Nostalgic Tarot cross stitch conversion, which is exactly as you guys saw before. Massive section of 310 over there, and then over to here. and then it comes down and stops like literally this far below your viewing screen. So I have the rainbow, the T, and most of the A done. So now I need to continue on and do the rest of tarot, and then the next one of these coming down, and then there'll be another one over here, and so that because there's 4 total cards right along the top. Once I finish that, and then I'll have a big massive section of 310 to do, which will be super wonderful, super fun, super fun. So now we're gonna get into what the plan is moving forward. So we're gonna bring us down, and we're gonna move these small mini kits out of the way so I can get to my iPad and bring it onto the table. We're gonna turn that light off because that just gets in the way. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so we're gonna go to Paint Gems, and we're gonna go to our started collection. So I actually already kind of planned out what I wanna work on. So we're gonna take a look and see what is my plan. So first up on here, this is my in progress section. So right here, this is our Sake Dragon that I'm working on. That's my whip. And as you can see, I have 5 sections done on Sake Dragon. This month, I definitely am going to finish and get halfway mark. I would like to see if I can knock out here and try to get to like the last quarter done. That'll be a goal, seeing if I can do 4 sections on this month. Make it a goal to try to do like 1 section a week. We will see how that goes. I'm optimistic when I say that. I did start when we look at how much time, I started this on the 17th of April, and then I worked on it until the 17th of May, but I have not touched it since the 17th of May. So I really have not done anything on this one in a hot minute. But I'm slowly making progress on it. The other whip that I have is my Witchy Stitcher Nostalgic Tarot cross stitch conversion. And this is just the border. Once I finish the border, then I have to put do the cards in each of those holes. So that's going to be next up. But that one I'm making good progress on. I have not touched it since, let's see, the 13th of May, because I was doing other stuff. So it has not been touched in a hot minute. So I need to do something with it. So now I also threw in these, which I had brought the Trees and Leaves Miniazzle set. I had brought that with me to the retreat just in case I was going to do it this week. At the retreat, but I did not get to it. Same thing with the Around the World 1.0 set. I brought that with me to the retreat just in case I needed something else to work on project-wise. I could knock those out. These ones will go pretty quick since they're both specials, or they're both like partials. Like this only has 18 colors. Trees and Leaves only has 15 colors. Those will go quickly. So those are the kits that I plan on bringing, that I would like to finish those 2 mini sets this month, make progress on Sake Dragon. And I have 2 kits that I'm going to do for the Be Happy DP event hosted by Tiffany and Natalie. So Diamonds at Tiffany's and Diet Coke and Diamonds. And the first one I'm going to do is, well, the 2, I don't know what order I'm going to do them in. I probably will start with this one. This is Hang In There, and this is from the artist Cute But Weird, and it comes to us from Mooney Made, and I think it is the cutest little thing ever. And we have our little bee right there. He's so adorable. So I'm going to do Hang In There, and I have one of the original releases that came out May of 2023. And then the other one that I'm going to do is also a Cute But Weird. This is called Sweet Summertime, and it is also from Mooney Made. This one is I think they're both square drill canvases. This is a 40 by 40 squares. This one is a 40 by 40 also. No, this one's a round actually. So I'll have 1 round and 1 square for the event. So those are the 2 event canvases that I want to do. I definitely want to finish the 2 Miniazzles and then those 2 kits. And then I basically was going through and you guys have seen Year of the Dragon. So there's Year of the Dragon by Laura Poutrot from Diamond Artisan Shop. We have Year of the Snake. This is from Diamond Art Club, and the artist for this one is Christine again. And then the last one of those, Year of the Tiger, and this is from Jaded Gem Shop, and the artist is Jenna Wing Hill. So those are the ones that I would like, that I plan on doing, but those ones I can't do until I finish Sake Dragon. Once I finish Sake Dragon, I'm going to work on, I'll probably actually work on Tiger first, then Dragon, then Snake, so I can go in order for the years. So it'll be Tiger, then Dragon, then Snake. But I have to finish Sake Dragon first. So then that leaves us with, there's 4 additional kits in here that I threw in because I'm trying to go through the kits that are oldest in my stash and the oldest kits in my hoard, which is April of 2023. So for those kits, I pulled out 4 of them. So I Believe in Unicorns, this one right here, which I plan on adding this fun border to it. And then we also have Incognito, And this one is super adorable. I love Incognito. And then we have Nefertiti right there. I think this is one of only maybe 2 Mandy Manzanos that I own. So this one's going to be a lot of confetti. This one's going to be slower going. And that's from Diamond Art Club. And then the last one is Unicorn Lair, which is a little color blocky Happy Day. He's super cute. I love him. So this is going to be a fun one to do as a break from the confetti of Nefertiti. So that's what I'll be doing for that. But those are the kits that I've planned out for the month of June. And that kind of shows you what my thought process is and kind of what I was doing. I was like, these 4 I picked because I'm trying to go through my oldest kits. So if I go here and I go with my ordered before and I go all the way back, I'm trying to get the ones that are just from like April of 2023, because that's my first month of buying. I bought so much in April because I like jumped in. So these are the kits that, so these are the 4 that I plan on working on. And this is like ones that I'm destashing, or like the Amazon kits, the Amazon and Temu kits, which I'll just get rid of. But you can see I've finished 39 projects from that I had purchased in the month of April 2023. So I've done quite a few of them, but I still have 16. I have these 4 that I'll work on this month, and then there's still 16 more canvases from April of 2023 that I still need to work on. The Yumeis will not be touched, and same thing with the Mrs. Butter D ones. Those ones I won't touch yet. And the Sybil Arts I typically don't touch either unless I really want to. So once I finish these 4, then I will do Princess Lulu Portrait, Memoirs of a Geisha, Foxy Lady, and I'll probably also do the Buddha Feng Shui because that one just like wants to be done. So I'll probably do that one as well. Even though that's kind of like a rainy day one. So I will have, 1, 2, 3, 4 more canvases to do. And then I will have like April of 2023 will be done because I'm not touching my rainy day kits yet. So I want to finish all of the non-rainy day canvases. And once those are done, then I will start kind of probably as needed or as desired, I'll go back to a rainy day kit. But that's basically how it goes as far as the plans and what my plan is. Once I finish those first 4 there, then I will pull out. I know, Mo, here you go. You can have your box. Once I finish those first 4, then I will be able to continue working on the second 4 of these in here for the older ones. Because I want to make progress on these older ones and get them out of my stash and get them out of the hoard, minus the rainy day ones. And that, because the rainy days are the ones that I super, super love. So if I can get it to where all of my kits are rainy day kits, where I'm only working on the kits that I absolutely adore, that would make me happy. But anyways, that is my plan. And that is what I plan on, my agenda is for the month. So we'll see how much work progress I make on it. I only have like 2 like small trips to do this month, so I'm not going to be gone as much as I was the last month, but I do have to work the whole time, so that's something that will take up some time having to work. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. As you can see, we finished 9 canvases and 12. Let me go ahead and look at we're going to clear that and go with completed. Cancel that. We're going to go with finished after sushi. You're a turd, knocking things over, baby. We want to go finished after June 1st. And then finished before sushi. No. We are not going to do that, girlfriend. No. That is not for you. I don't know where you stole that from. Sushi apparently had stolen this and was playing with it behind my easel. And I have no idea how she even got her little paws on it. So, as you can see, these are the 12 finishes that I had this month. I had the 2 paint gems, the Miniazzle, and then the 9 kits that I finished this month, which was very productive, especially if you consider the fact that 2 of those were full-fledged kits. The rest of them were smaller canvases, but these first 2 were full-fledged canvases. So, pretty productive for me. Like, I have some months where I don't even finish anything of like a full-size canvas, and I just do a mini project. So this was extremely fast, but yeah, that's what I have for you guys for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.